The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
I finally made it into the studios, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host for the next 45 minutes or thereabouts. Open conversation, 724-438-4593. That's the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. I apologize. I was up north for the weekend, and the traffic gods were not with me on the way home. Slow-moving traffic, accidents on 79. What should have taken me, about 2 hours, 45 minutes was more like 4 hours. So I apologize. But open conversation here, 724-438-4593. We are brought to you by K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Hicksonbaugh's Drugstore, and Gary's Auto Sales. All right, because I was stuck in traffic for so much, I really don't have much prepared, if anything at all. So I really need to depend on you to call in today with some topics. Be happy to chat about whatever you want to talk about. One thing I will come up with here, kind of chatting about this on in the car, is this country has seen 47 presidents, and if you take into account the two that have had split terms, 45. So. And this being President's Day, in your opinion, two categories here. In your opinion, who's the best? Well, how about this? What's the top three presidents this country has seen? Who are the top three? And in your lifetime, who's the best president the United States has had? So again, who are the top three in the history of this country, and who's the top in your lifetime? So let's have a little fun with that, shall we? 724-438-4593. You know what? I'll start it off. We're gonna go with George Washington. And the reason being is he was not just the first in this country, but the first in the world, in the history of the world. I mean, he was starting a position that nobody had ever done before. He laid the groundwork of what a president should be. So that's kind of my number one there. Abraham Lincoln, he's got to be in there, number two. And you know what? This might be a little off the beaten path, but I'm going to go with Ulysses S. Grant in there. Current in my lifetime, well, in my lifetime, I go back to Eisenhower. Really didn't know him. Kennedy, okay, I was 4 years old, 5 years old. LBJ. Nixon is when I really started becoming aware. There was Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton. You know what? There's a couple in that in my lifetime that could qualify in there. So that one I might have to think about a little bit more, but 724-438-4593. Let's get our first call. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Yes, Ron.
This is Mark.
Oh, Mark, I'm sorry. Mark, you sounded like Ron there for a second.
That's okay, I guess. Well, hey, we're both from the western half of Fayette County. I guess we both speak the same dialect.
That must be it.
That's slate dump slang.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, we've had another Elvis sighting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the Jeff Epstein files.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I guess I think it's fake. I think Elvis is still alive.
Okay.
His name's mentioned.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Russ, the liberal news media, 4 months last year, you couldn't turn on the television and watch the news without Jeff Epstein. Something about the paper.
Yeah.
The files, and now we're 6 weeks into the year, and it's the same thing. The liberal media has Jeff Epstein files of the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't get away from it. That just makes you sick. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let me, now I bashed the liberal news. Now, let me say one thing.
Yeah.
Last night, I'll say something good about the news media for a change. Of course, I was watching the news, and I watched 60 Minutes. Then afterwards, CBS had a Things That Matter town hall at 8 o'clock. Did you see it?
I did not, no.
Okay. It was actually, it lasted an hour. And they had Wes Moore. He's the governor of Maryland. They had it in Maryland somewhere.
Right. Okay.
And they interviewed him. They interviewed him for an hour.
Okay.
About, because I guess he plans on running for president. But
well, that's
it was
speculation,
excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, but I got to admit, it was excellent.
Okay.
And next month, I guess on March the 15th, they're going to have a Republican. It's going to be Vice President G.D. Vance. That's
Okay.
what they said.
Okay.
So it's an excellent forum, I have to admit.
All right.
Who's
doing the interviewing?
She was a former CBS News anchor.
Okay.
She left last year. What was her name?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
A different name, as I recall. I mean.
Yeah, it was a McDonald or something.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
It was a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she interviewed him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was excellent. And, like I said, March 15th, I guess they're going to have another one.
Okay.
But it is excellent to have G.D. Vance on there.
So I'm just curious, in your opinion, with Governor Moore, how were the questions? Were there some hardball questions in there, or was it all, softballs for?
I wouldn't say it was all softball.
Uh-huh.
But it was definitely excellent.
Okay.
So we'll see if they treat J.D. Vance any better next month. But it seemed to be an excellent forum.
Okay. All righty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The three greatest presidents, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, number one would have to be George Washington.
Okay.
Number one, because we wouldn't have a country here if it wasn't with him.
Right.
Nobody could ever have been the president during the Civil War as Abraham Lincoln and survived.
Uh-huh.
He was the last casualty of the Civil War. He gave his life for it. He knew he wasn't even going to survive.
Okay.
And number three is it'd have to be Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
All right. So here's a question for you.
Yeah.
My wife and I were talking about this. Had it not been for World War II, okay, would FDR be considered one of our greatest presidents?
Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not. It's just the whole thing together, Russ. The Depression and then World War II. I mean,
but there are those historians that say his policies during the Depression actually lengthened the Depression.
Yeah.
Did nothing to alleviate it.
Well, Russ, I tell you what, I remember as a kid, a lot of these old people had pictures of Franklin Delano Roosevelt in there.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I remember. They must have thought he was doing something.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was a kid, there was a lot of people that had a picture of his. Fact is, my grandmother had a picture of Franklin Delano Roosevelt. My brother worked for the Social Security Administration. He's an administrator. When she died, they gave him. He asked for that picture, and he took it and he put it in his office.
Okay.
You know. But that's what I remember about FDR.
Okay.
Who would be the greatest president during my lifetime when I was alive?
Yeah.
I would have to give it to Eisenhower.
Okay.
He graduated in 1915 from West Point, the class the stars fell on. More generals than any other class.
Okay.
He led the Allies to victory in World War II, Supreme Commander.
Yeah.
And then 8 years of peace in the 1950s. He just went like everybody. Just went out Eisenhower to go play golf and let the prosperity happen.
Yeah. Okay.
But I tell you, Eisenhower's a great man of history. Any way you look at it, he was a great man of history. Who can remember that picture on when he met the 101st Airborne the day before they jumped into Normandy?
Right.
He spoke to him. Who could ever forget that picture? Or him and Patton and Bradley at is one of the death camps looking over the bodies. Who could ever forget those pictures?
Sure. There is Tom Selleck played Eisenhower in a movie. I can't remember the exact title of it, but it was the events and the planning leading up to D-Day. And so they reenact that meeting with the 101st that you just mentioned in that movie. And Tom Selleck did an excellent job in that role, by the way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and I'm going to come back here to something else you mentioned. Everybody had a picture of FDR.
Yeah.
My grandfather, who I was named after, was not a fan of FDR. and my grandfather during World War II was the executive officer of the Alameda Naval Base. So, second in command. When FDR died, the commanding officer tasked my grandfather with giving the eulogy to the base when FDR... My dad says it damn near killed his dad having to do that.
You got to take orders.
Yeah, you got to take orders, but it darn near killed him, he said.
Yeah.
Oh, well, anyway. So, okay, Mark.
All right. All I got for today, Russ.
All right, Mark. Well, I thank you for your choices there. Yeah, so Washington, Lincoln, FDR, and then Eisenhower. Gotcha.
Right.
All righty. Hey, Mark, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. All righty. Hey, both lines are open, 724-438-4593. It is President's Day here. So asking the question, who do you think are the top three presidents in the history of this country? We've had 45 separate presidents. Who are the top three and why? And then, in your lifetime, who is one of the top presidents? And, your top three could include your top for your lifetime. So figure that out. Give me a buzz, 724-438-4593, and we'll take your calls right after these messages.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Sleep well tonight. Try out a new mattress from Route 21 Furniture with a large selection of mattresses, all sizes and comfort levels, with great prices, free local delivery and setup, and financing options. Route 21 Furniture. Open weekdays 9 to 5, Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday noon to 4. 724-737-2222 or Route21Furniture.com.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
Look and you'll see there's a whole new Ford for you and me. It's time.
February is Auto Show time at Thurby's Riverside Ford. That means special financing and Auto Show bonus cash on new Ford SUVs and trucks. Have you been thinking about a new 2025 Ford F-150 four-wheel drive XLT? Take advantage of 3.9% for 72 months plus $2,000 in Auto Show bonus cash during the Auto Show month. Now that's an Auto Show deal.
How about this? All new 2026 Ford Escapes come with $2,500 in Ford factory rebates. And the showstopper, the 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend and Outer Banks with 2.9% financing and $2,000 in Ford factory rebates during Auto Show month. We have the inventory in stock and on the way.
Thurby's Riverside Ford, your presidential award-winning dealer, located on Route 40, 1 mile past the casino at Nemacolin. See Joey, Jimmy, Sammy, or Ashley. Offer ends March 2nd, 2026.
Casey's Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new hours. Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come on into Casey's and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. They can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126. Casey's, the best in Fayette County.
Your local station, WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is a short show today, entirely my fault, and I apologize for that. So give me a buzz, though, 724-438-4593. Give me a buzz. Both lines are open on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. Asking here on President's Day, in your opinion, and there are no right or wrong answers to this, your top 3 U.S. presidents of all time. We've had 45. And to narrow it down a little bit, again, no right or wrong answers in your lifetime. Who is the number 1 president? So 724-438-4593. So I'm sure you have heard by now that Robert Duvall passed away at the age of 95. Star of the silver screen, having won the Best Actor Oscar for Tender Mercies, was also in Apocalypse Now, The Godfather, so many other movies, too many to mention. So passed away. It was either last night or earlier today. I'm not sure. Nancy Guthrie still no hints, no clues as to where she might be, what has happened to her, what her fate is or has been. The FBI is apparently waiting on the results of DNA analysis from a pair of gloves that were found alongside the road. And who knows that even after the DNA analysis comes, it still may not be helpful. Unless there's something in a database someplace where they can either match to a single person or come close to some familial DNA that might help narrow down, it still may be absolutely nothing. And even after the kidnapper or kidnappers are found, could turn out that the gloves are not relevant to this case whatsoever. So, we've entered week 3 here. I know the family is putting a good face forward, saying that they know their mother is still alive and out there, and they're wanting her return. But at some point in time, I don't know. When do now, having never been into that situation, and I'm sure most of us have never been in that situation where a loved one has gone missing for whatever reason, and you don't know why, and you're searching and searching and searching, and you're holding out hope. At what point in time, though, does that hope go away, and you start coming to the realization that you just may never see them again? I can't imagine. I seriously, I can't imagine what the Guthrie family is going through, the ups and downs of, the emotional roller coaster that's taking place right now. So I hope that it's, there is some kind of resolution soon. I know President Trump has, not that he can do anything himself, but, other than maybe put some kind of pressure on, just said, hey, if she's not returned alive, whoever you are, you're going to face the ultimate punishment. So having that little bit of pressure, does it help? Does it not help? Who knows? But I hope, huh? Okay, 724-438-4593. As I mentioned, because of my being tardy today, I really haven't had much chance at all to prepare anything in advance for today's show. So I am relying on you to give me a call. Let me know what's on your mind today. You take over the show. You give us the topics to chat about. So I want to hear from you, 724-438-4593. Tomorrow, by the way, is the first day to start circulating petitions to gather signatures to be put on the primary ballot. And this pertains to just those registered as Democrats and Republicans. If you're any other registration, whether it be Libertarian or Communist Party or Democratic Socialist or an independent, the Green Party, whatever, you're going to have to wait your turn to get on the ballot later on. So this is just for Republicans and Democrats. But yet tomorrow is the first day to start circulating those petitions. Depending on the office, it determines how many signatures are needed to get on said ballot. So anyway, there you go. That starts tomorrow. Have a caller working their way through the system, so we're going to find out. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind. Hello.
Hello, it's the Pawpaw lady.
Hey, Pawpaw.
Yeah, not much going on, but I heard your question about the presidents, and I have ones, I guess, that others may not think about too much, because everybody thinks about the ones whose faces are on the dollar bill.
Well, yeah.
But one of these is from my current life.
Okay.
But I think the best president was Reagan.
All right.
There in the 80s, and I was already in college by the time he came around. And second was Teddy Roosevelt.
All right.
And the third would be Truman.
Okay.
Truman was a few years before me.
All right. So why Teddy and why Truman?
Okay, Teddy Roosevelt, although he was an environmentalist and all that, he was actually a war hero.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the Spanish-American War, and I think he had our country's being a country and taking care of itself. He had us in his mind. He wasn't. I don't feel he was swayed too much by the right or left.
Okay.
I think he was a Bull Moose Party. And Truman, he came after, was it Eisenhower or Johnson?
Truman, he took over when FDR died in 45.
Right. I just feel that he brought our country better out of the experience of the Second World War.
Uh-huh.
And I think some of the things that FDR imposed, some of his programs, I wasn't too attuned to that, but that's way before my time.
Yeah.
But I guess since going by the favorite president in my lifetime, I would have to say Reagan, because I feel he was honest and he didn't let politics sway him one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't grow up political. He was, actually, I think he was a Democrat before he was a Republican.
He was.
And he was an actor, so I guess he saw maybe how Hollywood tries to sway things the way they always do.
Well, he was also the president of the Screen Actors Guild back when there was, I believe during the McCarthy era when, there was a communist around every corner, and so many Hollywood actors, directors, producers were pulled into that whole net, if you will, and being blackballed by the industry because of so-called ties to communism. So I believe his tenure as the Screen Actors Guild goes back to that as well.
Okay, also, I feel Reagan did the most for our military service. Mm-hmm. I was in the military, like I said, whenever he was a president.
Okay.
And he took care of the military people, and he gave us pretty decent raises and everything.
Uh-huh.
And when Bill Clinton was a president, he despised the military, and therefore, although he balanced the budget, I think he did it on the backs of the military by not giving us decent pay raises and just not showing appreciation to us.
Okay.
So that's my ideas on that.
One thing I'll say about President Reagan, and he ranks up there for me as well. He did something that very, very, very few presidents, in my opinion, have ever done or ever will done, and that was accept blame for something, and I'm referring to basically. I'm sorry.
Iran-Contra.
Yes. Yeah, when he addressed the nation, he said, "You know what? This was done behind my back. I didn't know anything about it, but I'm the president.
Right.
This happened during my time. I take full responsibility." And you just don't. I mean, the last time we saw that was Harry Truman, and he even had the buck stops here placard on his desk.
Maybe that's one of the reasons also I picked Truman, even though Truman's also from my home state of Missouri.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my input.
Okay. All right. Very, very good.
And you have a good day.
Hey, thanks, Papa Lady. I appreciate it.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, it's President's Day. Your top 3 presidents. Give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. No right or wrong answer. Just want to hear from you on that. Who do you think? Huh? I do kind of like Mr. Truman, President Truman. Well, Pawpaw Lady said he brought us out of, World War II and everything. And, it's not that this choice so much brought us out, is it brought the world out. But when he chose Uniontown's own native son to be Secretary of State, Mr. Marshall, right? General Marshall, George C. What a great decision that ended up being. So, but also he wasn't afraid, kind of like our current president, wasn't afraid to speak his mind. Now, he might have said it a little more eloquently than our current president, but he was still willing to speak his mind. And I think people appreciated him for that, and still do, in my opinion. So, all right. So we've got a couple choices that have been bandied about so far. So want to know what your choices are. 724-438-4593. That's the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. Give me a buzz. If you want to call in about Robert Duvall passing away, be my guest. Your favorite movie that he was in, his favorite role. They don't necessarily have to be the same movie. And then your thoughts about Nancy Guthrie here. Are we ever going to know anything? What has happened to her? Will we know? Or is this going to go down as, one of life's mysteries? Kind of like, what happened to Jimmy Hoffa? And where's he buried? Type of thing. And I don't mean to go all dark and gloomy about Nancy Guthrie. I'm just saying, when Jimmy Hoffa disappeared, nothing. We still don't know. I mean, people still speculate, and every now and you get a little thing, oh, so-and-so knows, he's going to tell us, and we never do find out on that. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi, Russ. How you doing?
Good. How are you today?
Okay.
Good, Bob.
Remember Lucky Ned Pepper and True Grit? Robert Duvall played the bad guy with John Wayne, Glenn Campbell, and Kim Darby. He was one of the bad guys. True Grit, 1969.
Yeah. Yep.
And I also like him in the Great Minnesota Raid. He played Jesse James.
Okay.
And also he was in that miniseries Lonesome Dove, if you remember that.
I do.
He made so much stuff. Wow, the great channel. I mean, he goes way back to Kill a Mockingbird, the guy next door. But really, what a great actor he was.
Yeah.
He was one of my favorites. And Tom Hagen, you can't forget the Godfather movie.
Right.
What a brilliant actor, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And talk about presidents. I think, my opinion, one of the best, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He helped develop the CCC camps and WPA.
Right.
The work to get the kids working up in the camp, like building roads, trees on the roadsides back in the 1930s. And he was. He served 4 terms. And he passed away, and then of course Harry Truman came along.
Yeah.
And but I think one of my favorite presidents I like, even though Richard Nixon, he helped the Vietnam veterans. Sad to say that the Watergate was a downfall, and that was it's just a sad. It was a terrible. That was over 51 years, 52 years when Nixon resigned.
Yeah.
But that it's just. I think like the last lady was talking about, Ronald Reagan was good, but it's hard to believe it's the present day how time flies so fast. But I don't know if we'll ever find out about the Guthrie case in Arizona. It's been 3 weeks now, and it's sort of sort of like an old-fashioned crime where all we see is a black and white video of the guy and putting the fire on the and it's like a black and white video. That's all we know. Now there's where there's something going on at they're still investigating it. Something about Walmart in Tucson, Arizona, or something. And I mean, the more you hear about it, you scratch your head and you wonder what's going on. Mm-hmm. It's just is it? I hope she's okay.
Absolutely.
I hope,
absolutely.
I mean, and it just bothers all of us out there. It's been with the technology they have, you think it could be solved by now. Mm-hmm. And it's just like it's a human cry. Look what happened. This is before my time, before your time. The Lindenberg baby in 1932.
Right.
How he did, and what happened there. And I heard a guy talk about Hoffa, Jimmy Hoffa. You know, that's a case, unsolved mystery that's been going on for years and years. And there's been so many different unsolved mysteries over the years. But this is this going to be another question mark? That, it's a question mark that we'll find the answers to this.
Yeah. Oh, I brought that up. Will we ever know? At this point in time, will we ever know?
We're
holding out that this DNA off this glove is going to lead to something, but it's possible that it's not.
Well, the DNA, I guess, according to what I heard, I mean, maybe this person was shopping at Walmart from time to time, getting one item at a time, and you're going all this security cameras, getting all through that. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Yeah. I'm afraid, and it's just like getting piece by piece together. Mm-hmm. It's going to be like a needle in a haystack, and is it going to be solved? Question is, we don't know.
Don't know. No.
So it's a mystery that's puzzling each one of us out there, and it's a mystery going to be solved.
I don't know. All right.
We don't know.
All right, Bob, I got to run.
Okay.
I got a break and another caller we got to squeeze in here before the end of the show, but thanks for your call. Appreciate it.
Hey, take care. Have a good one.
Bye-bye. Yeah. Hey, to the caller on line 2, let me get this quick break in, and I promise you're going to be first up right after this.
You're the first one on the job site and the last one to leave. Your business doesn't stop, and your truck shouldn't either. At Megan Ford's Commercial Vehicle Center, we're more than a dealership. We're your partner in productivity. We know that every minute your truck is off the road is a minute you aren't earning. Because of our massive commercial inventory, we maintain strong relationships with all major upfitting manufacturers, ensuring you get the lowest possible pricing. Choose from over 20 upfitted vehicles currently in stock, or work with one of our commercial specialists to design the one that you want for your exact requirements. But we know you work hard, so you can play hard too. That's why Megan Ford also carries a massive selection of Ford's most iconic rides, from the legendary capability of the Ford F-150, America's favorite truck, to the off-road adventure waiting for you in a new Ford Bronco. Experience the Megan Ford difference today. You can find us just off of Route 119 in Connellsville, or connect with us anytime at meganford.com.
Zen's Antiques and Home Decor, part of the Cinder Shack family of vendors, where you can find both antique and new furniture, collectibles, housewares, gift items, including jewelry and candles, and so much more. Follow Zen's Antiques and Home Decor on Facebook for new items and information on upcoming events. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor in Building 2 at 3391 National Pike in Farmington. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor.
Uniontown Liquidation Outlet wants to thank you for voting us Best of Pay at 2025. Come shop with us for the lowest prices around. We have toys, home goods, tools, electronics, and much more. We offer layaway, so stop in today and ask us how it works. We are located inside the Uniontown Mall.
The Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Visit us on Facebook, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet.
Hope to see you soon.
It's not just another sale, it is the February floor sample clearance at Chesler's Fine Furniture, located on Route 51 in Uniontown. There are no gimmicks involved, just great values on beautiful home fashions for every room in your house. You'll find items such as genuine Lazy Boy rocker recliners for just $429, solid oak 5-piece dinettes featuring Formica tops for $13.99. If you prefer all wood sets, they start at just $5.99. For the family room, sofas start at only $4.99 with love seats and chairs to match. Chaise sofas for relaxing comfort are priced at $6.29 and up. Chesler's has top grain leather sofas, love seats, chairs, and sectionals in stationary and reclining in stock from Lazy Boy, Best Home Furnishing, and Craftmaster. Entertainment centers are sale priced from $159. Those with an electric fireplace start at $399. Every piece of bedroom furniture, every piece of living room and dining room furniture, every piece of furniture at Chesler's will be on sale. Credit terms and delivery are available with 90 days same as cash.
At Live, we want to say thanks to our community with our biggest giveaway yet. Thanks a Million free slot play giveaway. Join us every Friday in February for your chance to win a share of $1 million in free play, including a grand prize of $25,000 in free play. You could be one of 10 winners each week. So what are you waiting for? Thanks a Million, only at Live Casino, Route 30 at Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WMBS high school basketball coverage is proudly sponsored by the law firm of Goodwin Como. Voted Fayette County's best attorney, Benjamin F. Goodwin, and the award-winning Goodwin Como team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for nearly 2 decades. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ, Rhodes, your host. We've got about 3.5 minutes left in today's show. Plenty of time. 724-438-4593. Hello, thank you for holding, and welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, Russ. This is Jay. I just caught the last 6 minutes of your show. I just got off work.
Yeah.
My top 3 presidents, we wouldn't be where we are today without Lincoln and Washington. You're talking about visionaries, tremendous presidents. Third, I'd probably put Thomas Jefferson. I think he also instituted some ideas from a lot of his writings that give us what we truly are supposed to be today as a constitutional republic. Modern-day president, I like Bill Clinton because he's the only president in my 55 years of my life that has submitted a balanced budget, and he did it 4 years in a row. I believe in that because I think the government should pay their bills.
Yep.
If you're going to ask me to pay my bills on time, submit a balanced budget, and that goes for both parties. Robert Duvall, I thought he did a great job as a lead role in the movie Colors. That was a little bit different from what he had acted in, and I thought he did a tremendous role as a policeman fighting L.A. gangs. That's that, and I'm going to leave you with this. I want to applaud Kendall for exposing some of this tomfoolery and absolute nonsense by a certain elected official in Fayette County and his campaign manager. Some of these stunts that they're pulling, and I'm going to tell you why. It's an embarrassment to Fayette County, and it's not going to lead when people look to put a job or invest in Fayette County. They look at things like this from leaders.
Absolutely.
And you cannot be taken seriously when you're pulling a bunch of sophomore stunts on both the radio and on Facebook and all of this. This T.J. Cosin is affiliated with I have documented proof, and I'll call in another day on some of the stuff he's been affiliated with in the past, which is absolutely disgusting in the year 2026 that we deal with that. But I won't give it to you today. I just wanted to applaud Kendall because this is just immature behavior and sophomore stunts from a guy who's going to put his name down for county commissioner, and that is the last thing Fayette County needs. I'm sorry, I'm speaking from the heart.
No, I you know what, Jay, I completely agree with you. I believe Fayette County needs new commissioners in the courthouse. Period. The current recorder of deeds is not to be one of those replacements.
I can't disagree on that point, and I just hope we get some visionaries. If we're going to replace it, we need to take some steps forward in Fayette County.
Yeah.
And, it's a big loss losing Penn State Fayette. That's a loss.
Jay, unfortunately, I got to run. We're out of time. We'll talk again. Hey, CBS News is next. This is WMBS Uniontown at the Tone. It's 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by JTV.com.
I'm Peter King. Oscar-winning actor Robert Duvall has died, his wife says, quietly at home at age 95. Correspondent Deborah Rodriguez has a look back at some of his best-known roles.
Robert Duvall's film debut was brief but memorable. He played the neighborhood oddball in To Kill a Mockingbird. Hey, Boo. A decade later, he received his first Academy Award nomination for his role as the family counselor in The Godfather.
They shot Sonny on the causeway. He's dead.
6 more nominations followed, including one for Apocalypse Now, where he uttered the famous line,
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Tender Mercies, the story